It is an absolute honor and a pleasure to have Oyinlomo Quadre join us tonight from Nairobi. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's late there, and thank you so much for staying up. But this, for me, has been a long time coming. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. The guys here are also big fans as well. But you know, it's been wonderful watching you grow from strength to strength. Also watching you move to Florida International University, where you've also been a star there. I think you also won a Freshman of the Year. I'm just having goosebumps just reading out, you know, everything that you've achieved so far. But how has the journey been from where you are, from where you started to where you are right now?
I don't know what to say. I mean, I haven't thought about it much. I'm just like going with the flow, you know. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow or I don't know in 2 days. But like I just like to go with the flow and just work out every single time. Because before my goal was always to play professionally. That's still my goal. I never thought I would go to college, and that just ended up being like one of the best decisions I ever made. And I'm really glad to have been able to set some standards for the Nigerian tennis players.
Well, I really have to talk about you being in tennis. It's a tough sport. A lot of people don't know. It's pretty much self-funded. A lot of investments go into it. You know, especially from the individual. How tough, how challenging has this been for you, being able to marry education and also playing competitively as well, competing for Nigeria. You're at the African Games as well. You're now at the Billie Jean King Cup. How challenging has this been, and how much support do you get from the sports authorities back here in Nigeria?
So like it was really difficult for me to actually combine both when I was in Nigeria because of the school timing, you know, we're really serious about school there. And then when I moved to Morocco, because I lived there for like 6 years, it was easier for me because I was doing online schooling in high school and playing tennis on the side. But then since like 2 years, I want to go professionally. The moment I got to college, everything was so much easier. And it's like I'm able to combine both because they're really flexible. They also let me come to do these tournaments because the Fed Kindoju, the new president of the Tennis Federation, he's been like supportive and talking to me every single time. So it's like every single time I come out to play, I'm like really honored, you know.
Oh wow, Tony, you have a question?
Yeah. You know, let's talk about why you are in Nairobi. Tell us about the event. The story, unfortunately, South Africa altered bid for promotion. Can you take us through it? How disappointed are you that has happened, and are you hoping to inspire a bounce back for Nigeria?
We've come a really long way this week. It was a really tough week, and we had a tough loss today against South Africa. But we have like a lot of positives to take from this week. I mean, last year we came fifth, and this year we're practically second. We were really close to promotion. It's really painful to actually like be this close and not get it, but we can wait for the next chance.
All right, Oyinlomo, fantastic one you've been doing so far in the world of tennis. I mean, inspiring not just yourself, but the younger ones who are looking forward to coming to the sport. I would love to ask you, in Africa today, we know that you are doing very well for Nigeria in the world of tennis, but how close is Nigeria towards getting to the top when it comes to tennis in Africa and in the world?
Okay, well, that's a very difficult question to answer. We actually don't have a lot of tournaments right now. We actually don't have one single WTA tournament in Nigeria, for example. So you find like a lot of Nigerians struggling in that aspect. Tennis is expensive sport, but like I see a lot of juniors coming up. But like if you ask me on the WTA and on the ATP tour, we're still a long way to go from there.
Wow.
Hi,
Yeah.
Oyinlomo, and my question is a very, very straightforward one. I know that you're still not fully pro yet, and I'd like to know how close are you to being pro? And I mean, you see likes of Maya Sharif, you know, at least she's into the WTA 250 events a couple of times. You see her in the 500 as well. How close are you also competing in that WTA circuit? How close are you to being pro?
Maya Sharif was actually my inspiration to why I went to college. She was in college also in Pepperdine, to be specific,
Okay.
and she was able to go pro immediately after finishing college, which is what I plan on doing. Of course, it's pretty difficult to just start from the scratch again, which is why I'm hoping to actually play some tournament this summer to just get it going. But I would be able to fully commit to playing professionally after I get my degree, which is in like 2 years.
Hello, Oyinlomo, we've lost her. Oh, can you hear me, Oyinlomo? Hello?
Yes, I can. So
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Network is a bit glitchy. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. So there are a lot of young Nigerian girls who look up to you for inspiration. I mean, some of you probably even talked about the fact that you remind them a lot of American tennis player Coco Gauff. So I don't know where that came from, but who is your inspiration on the current WTA circuit right now? And if you could speak to these young girls who are looking like the likes of Coco Gauff, looking at you for inspiration, wanting to get into tennis, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them to never give up and to just keep going because consistency is key in tennis. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's
True.
definitely not easy, so they just have to keep going. And right now, I look at Naomi Osaka a lot. She's doing an amazing job. She knows that it takes a long while. She just feels more human to me, her reading her books, doing break time. I do that a lot. And so I'm just able to relate to her a lot more these
Okay.
days.
Well, Oyinlomo, I honestly can't keep you up for much longer. It's pretty much close to midnight there in Nairobi where you're now. But thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure. And we're very honored and grateful that you could join us tonight on Game On. And definitely we'll be continuing to chart your career. And hopefully we can have you back on the show some of the time and in a more favorable time zone where you will be, we'll be forcing you away from your bed. But thank you for joining us tonight on Game On.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.